Hi, welcome to your checkup. We are the patient education podcast where we bring conversations from the doctor's office to your ears. On this podcast, we try to bring medicine closer to its patients. I'm Ed Dulesky, a family medicine doctor in the Philadelphia area.
And I'm Nicole Rufo. I'm a nurse.
And we are so excited you were able to join us here again today. So what are we going to talk about today, Nick?
Today is another episode on everyone's favorite topic, GLP-1s, and we're going to talk about how you know when you should start one.
Look, I'm post-conference. We got to strike when the iron's hot.
I wasn't being sarcastic. It is everyone's favorite.
Oh, okay, good.
It's on everyone's lips these days.
Right. So let me ask you a question. If there was a medication that could help you lose weight, lower your risk of diabetes, and even protect your heart, would you take it?
Yeah, I would.
Now, here's the harder question. Should you take it? Because GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and Mounjaro, even oral Wegovy and Foundeo are everywhere right now. But one of the really hard questions to answer that people are asking is this right for me? So today we're going to try to walk through that honestly and practically. And as we always do here, keep it right in the middle, not diving on one side or the other. So most people think this is a yes or no decision. Do I want to take a medication or not? But we would actually propose that this might be the wrong question in and of itself. We would propose that the better question is, what problem am I trying to solve? Because GLP-1 medications are not about vanity. They are about treating a chronic disease and all of its complications in obesity. And just like high blood pressure or diabetes, sometimes lifestyle alone isn't enough. So, Nikki, can you explore and share with us who should seriously consider, or for rather, who is a GLP-1 on the menu, if you will?
Yeah, I sure can. So there are a few groups of people where you can strongly consider taking a GLP-1. The first one is if your BMI is 30 or more, that fits you in the criteria for obesity, and that's something you should consider. The second one is having a BMI of 27 or more and a related condition. So things like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and sleep apnea. So that BMI plus one or all of those things. Because honestly, if you have one of them, you probably have another. The third one is if you've tried to lose weight and your body has kind of fought back. This is a really big one. So if you've done the diet and exercising, truly have done it, you've lost weight and then maybe gained it back. A GLP-1 can help counteract that biology that happens.
And, one thing next that we're going to talk about is the hard truth of what people might not say up front, but we're doing this in an honest way. So perhaps this might not get talked about enough is that's one, starting the GLP-1 is not just about weight loss. I've been trying to say this a lot more recently when I'm seeing patients is that that number, measuring someone and their metabolic health by a single number is actually really silly. But what this is, it's about long-term treatment. These medications, as we've talked about before, but if you're new here, we'll go over that they reduce hunger and they regulate appetite dysregulation. They, for a time, slow stomach emptying, but overall, they change how your brain responds to food. But it's true that when you stop them, those signals come back. So this clearly is not I'll take this for 3 months and then be done. That actually might be kind of harmful. And it's closer to, I may be treating a chronic condition long term. And that's a mindset shift that many people, it's not commonplace to think about, but it should be when we think about this medicine.
And I feel like a lot of people, which is so annoying, when they're like, well, what about when you stop taking it? Won't you gain weight back? I feel like everyone, they want it for this finite amount of time.
Right.
To be I'm going to lose 40 pounds and then
that's it.
And then that's it. Yeah, you probably will gain weight back.
Mm-hmm.
if you take medicine for seizures and then you stop, you'll probably have seizures.
That's a great one.
If you take medicine for high blood pressure and you stop, you will have high blood pressure again.
Yeah. The seizure one's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Correlation. I hadn't, we haven't used
steal
that one. Yeah, no, I use
add it to the list.
Hypertension and diabetes all the time, but they're related. So like, and another stigmatizing condition is depression. And I say that one.
Like if you have anxiety and you stop taking your medicine, you're going to be anxious.
Right.
Probably.
And this isn't news. This has been around since 2014 that major medical bodies have declared obesity a chronic condition, a disease. And like, it's not just about BMI. Like there are complications of it. Of course, it works for most people, but not everyone. But it's the chronic nature of it. And I think we'll probably get a little bit around this with having the oral options now. Like people are more used to oral options. Mm-hmm. And I think like I personally have a lot of people coming in and like previously were not interested in the injectables and now have turned a corner and they're like, oral one. I feel better about this now. So I think it was a big hurdle there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's long term. And we have, for anyone who's worried about safety, like we have diabetes data for people using these for diabetes, the GLP-1s for decades. And if used correctly, they're fine. Yes, like every medicine has side effects, but by and large,
no one talks about the effects of medicines,
We've said that before and we should afford to say it again. Like everyone worries about the side effect, but what's the
effect is way better.
Right.
Than what a potential rare side effect could be.
Yeah. The risk and the benefit. Because when you start weighing that, and like, I think this is great conversation. When you start weighing that, people often forget the benefit of treating the underlying condition and the risk of letting it go untreated.
And you like might be treating other chronic conditions.
Yeah.
If you have obesity and sleep apnea and high blood pressure, a little trifecta, if you will, lose some weight. Maybe you don't need your CPAP anymore.
Maybe less blood
Maybe
pressure.
your blood pressure chills out.
Yeah.
Because your heart's not fighting for its life anymore.
Right. Yeah, it's like and I think I find this is like all personal experience that women are so much easier to come around to this thought process.
Well, that's because we are rational humans. Well, most of us are. Actually, a lot of us aren't. Men are just dumb. That's what that is.
Yeah, I was going to let you say it rather than me, but I agree with you. Rather than like, I'm more surprised when men come around to it and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I think it's a very advanced mindset to think about this and entertain this possibility. And it happens a lot. But yeah, I think women are definitely way more into it than a lot of men. And yeah, it's out there and they're conversations we should be having. Chronic condition. Yeah. Requiring chronic treatment.
Yeah.
And it's centered, I think the size and whether it's adiposopathy, which is the like sick fat problems, like the insulin resistance contributing to high blood pressure and diabetes versus the like fat mass problems, which are like contributing to like closing the throat a little bit more for sleep apnea, or the weight contributing to knee osteoarthritis, that like it's the appetite dysregulation that is the thing. Mm-hmm. Like that is the problem. That's the index problem for a lot of people, at least. And this is what these medicines treat. Not like this. It's just an effect of what it's actually getting at. So yeah, that's thanks for indulging us on that one. Back to business. So Nikki, can you explain to us, now that we've talked about the hard truths about these, can you explore who should pause before starting these medicines? Like this might not be the perfect option for?
The first one would be if you have not tried the foundational habits yet. So improving your nutrition, or increasing your movement, and kind of getting your sleep hygiene better. Because you still need to do all of those things if you're on one of these medications, because theoretically could like out eat your GLP-1 if you're just not moving and your eating habits are the same.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Right.
The second is if you're looking for more of a quick fix, because you'll probably be disappointed because it is. I mean, everyone's different. I feel like depending on where you're starting at, some people will like lose a lot of weight right off the bat. But I think for the most part, it's a little bit of a slow and steady process that you kind of have to trust. And then the third, there are some side effects. So if you're not really ready for the trade-off of the side effects that you may or may not feel, it is a commitment. So you might be nauseous. You might have some fatigue. You might have some constipation. But I feel like for the most part, it's something that people can remedy.
Yeah.
Like if you're constipated, perfect time to improve your diet and eat more veggies and fiber and drink more water.
Exactly. Yep. Perfect.
Maybe take some Miralax too, but it's okay.
Right.
The
Whole
cost
episode about constipation.
What?
Whole episode about constipation back there, tucked in the archives.
And then, of course, the cost and insurance barriers can maybe make someone pause, but there are a lot of manufacturer coupons out there.
Yeah.
If you kind of decide what is a comfortable amount of money to spend
on
something that is an investment in your health.
Yeah. And
longevity.
Didn't hear it from here, but increasingly creative options for cost reduction as well.
Yeah.
Depending on how
you can go find that on TikTok or something.
Yeah, not here. Great. So you're on fire. Can you help us explain, because this is going great, and the people love you. Can you explore a little bit about healthy reasons and unhealthy reasons to consider using a GLP-1? So
these are kind of just some examples. Good reasons to start would be that you've been struggling with your weight for years, despite a true, honest, real effort. Be honest with yourself. If you're doing it because maybe your health is being affected right now, maybe your obesity is causing other things in your life that you want to get under control. An amazing reason to start. And then the last example that we have is I want help working with my biology.
Great. And then, so what about these ones? I feel like these are very much out there. Mm-hmm. The red flags, some unhealthy approaches to using a GLP-1.
Yes. If you are, again, kind of like looking for a quick fix or saying, I need to lose 10 pounds for this event. Mm-hmm. Not a quick fix. Sure, you can lose 10 pounds for an event, but then it's really not going to do any good for you in the long term.
Yeah.
If you're just saying, oh, well, everyone else is doing it. So that's definitely out there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
If everyone else was jumping off a bridge, would you do it?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say yeah, but I'm just agreeing with you.
And then, again, I want the fastest possible result because it's not going to be fast.
And if it's fast,
it's actually like physically impossible. Your body is not going to lose 10 pounds of fat in a week. That's not
right.
That's not how that works.
So it's arguably, if it is fast, arguably unhealthier as well. This is part of the these are so powerful. It's like wielding a chainsaw. And to kind of break this out, did you have other thoughts? Or to kind of break this out, there are access to these, if you didn't gather, is increasingly easy if you have the money. It's actually pretty scary.
Mm-hmm. And it's also kind of scary where you can just walk into a med spa and get it. Or, if you've had, you should probably be careful if you have any, especially recent, any sort of disordered eating issue. Mormon Wives on Layla.
Right.
She's like, I weighed myself and I was 98 pounds. And she like goes and gets her GLP-1 at, I don't know where she goes, but she gets it from someone without any morals, clearly.
Right.
But like she has some sort of disordered eating history and like has been taking this. And she's like, I can't stop. So maybe think about that.
Yeah. There's I have experiences where people want to, Ali has some things to say about this too.
He's probably hungry.
Where people, like a tricky thing is that like formally the definition of like overweight BMI, which is like kind of crazy, is 25 and above actually. And then the indications for the medicines start at 27. And I mean, have definitely been a part of hard conversations where people aren't at those thresholds. And, you know, you sort of get into this bind where like, if as a clinician, like someone's primary care clinician, seeing them live in person in an academic care setting, that like, if you're not going to do it and the person's motivated, there is a very high likelihood that they will be able to get it from somewhere, and it might not be for them, but like these companies don't care.
Yeah.
And they they advertise that they do. They advertise that there's clinician oversight. And anyone who I've talked to is that it's just like a quick pop on and like a, hey, how you doing? Is it working? Any side effects? And then move on with your day with like very little consideration of anyone's medical history, adjusting other medications along the way, or really important counseling. And for people who may not even need it, like in these like groups of people, these situations that we've explored here, that like people might not benefit from it. And there's like it's a tough balance between the person who like medically has clinical obesity versus someone who might be unhappy with the way they look. And it's a very like, and both are, I think, valid situations, but one is clinical. And one is like, I struggle with this sometimes because I want someone to feel supported, but I also don't want them to feel like they need a medicine for this. Like, so that's the rub. I don't know. It's like because when I'm like someone's doctor, I never want to invalidate their feelings. So I'm still trying to figure out the language, how to approach those particular situations, because it's very delicate. It is. It's all very delicate. This whole thing is. So, do you have any thoughts about that before I move on? Okay. Well, you just really think about this. If you're considering this, take a long pause. I actually applaud the people who, some of them I've seen like 4 or 5 times, and then they're thinking about doing this. Like, I applaud that situation, to be completely honest. So my hope is when you're sitting down with someone, they don't say, you should take this, that rather they say, let's decide if this fits your story. So, and you have a conversation about like a weight history, health risks, goals, concerns, and then ask, does this tool make sense for you right now? Because this isn't about pushing medication. I want to put it that way too. It's not about doing that, because I think the drug companies do that enough with all of their advertising on TV. But it's about building a plan that actually works for someone. And now we have tools. We have tools that are increasingly accessible to people to work on this thing that's so important. And it just should be done responsibly. And I think that's our big takeaway from today's episode. So, when should you start a GLP-1? Not when you feel pressured, not when you want a quick fix, but when you've been fighting obesity for years, your health is being impacted, and you're ready to treat this like the chronic condition that it is. That's when it becomes a powerful tool for you. Maybe you. Maybe not you. Who knows? I think we're going to keep on the conversation about GLPs for a little bit to try to keep some cohesiveness in our episodes here. So stay tuned for that, because we actually, I have a lot of episodes that we promote and like interact with people on threads with, but they're now, with this ever changing so fast, like they're a little old. So there's also some updating to be done about like muscle literature and a bunch of other niche topics that come up in GLP-1s. So there's that. Any thoughts or feelings? No? Great work. Ollie, thank you so much for... Great. And now for the banter. We need to not do this after watching like the first game of a doubleheader of the Mets losing, and I can famous yawn as you start, because I think like as soon as you sit in that chair, it's like something. It's like what's the type of conditioning? Operant conditioning. Like you sit here, you yawn. Anyway, that's okay. Because gosh, it puts me in a down mood. But let's move on from the Mets quickly.
Thank God.
To explore all of the like cooking things, like little cooking mama in the kitchen that you've been making today.
I mean, it's just like a regular Sunday. You know, I make your little egg thing.
We'll go into a little bit more detail because
and then
I think people are curious.
I made your little breakfast egg casserole that you like, which I severely injured myself doing last weekend, but I did that.
You did.
Not severely, it's dramatic. And then I made our little hyperfixation lunch of our quinoa and little cucumber tomato salad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a hyperfixation lunch for me.
I like it.
So
I'm in.
Now this is what you're eating for lunch also.
It's good.
What else did I do?
Lunches are consistent. It's good.
Oh, the fruit. I did the grapes. And then did I make something else? I feel like I did.
And you just made cookies.
Oh, yeah. I just made cookies.
And you made them from that book that brother Vanessa gave you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Wait. I thought I did something else. Maybe I didn't.
Well, and then we're having fat rigatoni.
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're having fat rigatoni tonight.
And we finally went back to Trader Joe's after a long hiatus. We had a gift card that we eventually had to use. Do you yawn this much when you're like doing anything else?
I don't know.
Like you've yawned 3 times in less than 2 minutes. It's something you can help.
Yeah, stop yelling at me. Okay, so that's what I did. And then have we watched any good TV? I want to watch on Netflix after this because we're caught up on all of our shows. I want to watch that, I forget what it's called, but it's some like culty documentary that I want to watch.
Great. Is that what you're hoping to do after this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can definitely make that happen. What else did we do this week? One of our dear friends is traveling. He's in Spain. We went to an art show.
We did.
Went to our niece's art show, which was great.
Her first college art show.
First college art show. So we're really proud of her. That's awesome. And went very well. We did go on a little like fast food date after that. We are human. We are.
We did.
So
we went to Chick-fil-A.
We did. But you got like the grilled chicken sandwich and like it's like 300 calories. And I was like, all right. And I'm pretty sure you took the bun off. So it's like, it's all a wash. And what's happening is that like if you don't finish a portion, I eat it. So
yeah, you did that with my bagel this morning.
I did. Oh, that was a good bagel. So we had an everything bagel with cream cheese and with salmon and capers and
capers. My Spanish teacher.
You put a little Dijon mustard. I put a little on mine. You put a little of those onions. What type of onions are those?
Pickled onions.
A little pickled onion. Business that went on there. And let's see. Gosh, I feel like I came in here locked and loaded with things to talk about. And here we are, just spinning my wheels. Oh, we did. We went to I got a belt as a gift from State and Liberty.
Oh my
and
God.
We were walking around and we were running to get some errands. And like you gave me a gift that I had to redeem. So we went to that store to get the gift, redeemed the gift. It's like a perfume.
A cologne.
Cologne. And is a cologne a type of perfume or?
I don't know, bro.
All right, that's fine. So, but we go into State and Liberty, and what do you see?
Oh, that whole interaction. Okay. Have we talked about this?
We've like talked that like
the general, it's like such a
it's
like,
grown
bro club when you go in, and we went there for his wedding suit, and then he got another outfit there, a couple shirts. So like he's been in there for a couple times, and like you went a couple times with the wedding suit, had like a custom shirt, blah, blah, blah. But like they always, you know, like knock some money off or like throw something in and like whatever. And like when we went last time to exchange the belt for the different size, we walk in. The guys that work there, it's always the same, like, well, the one guy, Trent, who's like our man, he's our guy. And then I don't know what the other two guys' names are. I forget, but whatever. They're nice. It's like the three like same kind of main guys that are always there. So we walk in last time to exchange the belt. And they're like, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Dabbing him up. Eddie's like, I need a different size in this. Whatever. So he just picks up the guy picks up the iPad. He's like, oh yeah, like we don't have this in size here. We'll order it. This is you, right? Like already knew his name, remembered it and everything. So that was like a couple weeks ago. It came in and we went to get it yesterday. We walk in and it's a Saturday. So there are like a good handful of other men in there, like trying on clothes. The one guy sees Eddie and goes, hey, what's up, handsome? Hey, how's it doing? There we go. And they're dabbing him up. What can I do for you today? Oh, I'm just here to get the belt that came in. Oh, yeah, I got it back here. Like, has never once since we've been there the first time been like, yeah, what's your name again? Like, none of that. They know exactly who he is. And then, like, the guys in there are, like, looking around like, who is this guy?
It's just me. Oh, yeah, that was awesome. I'm so happy about that.
That's a real high for you when you go in there.
It really is. It really is. And then we went to a store next door. Did you need to explain that, or are you going to not share that experience?
Oh, that I went to the eye doctor.
Yeah, you went to the eye doctor.
Go get some glasses.
Yeah. You cutie little glasses. They fit very naturally on your face. I wanted you to try on some of those like crazy ones just to see if something like outrageous clicked on your face. Like, could you be Ben Franklin?
Oh my God. Probably not. No. I want to go to, well, that was the Warby Parker. That was like right next door. I don't know. They were like fine. I gotta try some other ones on.
This is a big deal. So
I did like the sunglasses there though. So I think I may invest in a pair of prescription sunglasses.
Yeah, you got to be able to see and not be blinded by the sun.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Driving and stuff. I figured this was coming sooner than later.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. I had like glasses when I was in like elementary or middle school. Like couldn't see the board or whatever.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then I just like never did anything about it. In college, I never really noticed it because I don't know, everything was like on your laptop and it's like right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And then I'm like walking to work. I'm like, wow, these street signs are a little more blurry than they used to be.
Oh. You made this seem like it was a new thing.
No, I've definitely told you this before.
Well, not like long distance, but like the childhood thing, like the board in elementary school.
Yeah. And then remember, because I told you then I had to go do this like weird vision therapy thing or something because I like went to the doctor, got glasses. It wasn't anything crazy. It was like a light prescription, but like whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I like went back to the doctor and I was like, I still can't see the board. So my mom took me back. And then I don't know. I
bet she flipped them.
Eyes were having trouble focusing or something. I don't know. I was like 8 or something. So I don't really remember, but I had to like go to see this lady and I had to like look at things with my eyes and like, I don't know. I have no idea, but it's all kind of a blur.
Oh,
but yeah.
So is your vision.
And then I just, and then I never did anything about it. Well, I also get a lot of headaches, which that's not helping.
No.
So co
could that be related?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Oh my goodness. Wow. the whole time.
Like, don't want to be squinting.
No, you cannot be squinting.
Mm-mm.
No go.
It's not good for the wrinkles.
Not good. And let's see. Oh, this was something we've been talking about. I do feel as though there's this like, thing in the world that you were frozen at the age that you were during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
I feel
there's a name for it, I think. But people say like the age you were whenever like COVID happened, you're kind of stuck there because like you're like the world stopped. Although, I don't know. I still had to schlep to work. But
oh, you're saying that like, oh, I see.
Like during all of that, my life really didn't change other than like the gym was closed and the grocery. In the grand scheme of things, like nobody that I like loved or cared about died.
Sure.
And I didn't lose my job. I wasn't working at home. Like
you still had to go
went
in
to work. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you believe that was 7 years ago?
Ew. What? It's 2026.
Oh, well, I guess
from 2019.
The 19
I feel like it was
part.
like end of 2019.
It was end of 19, early
Yeah.
2020. Excusez-moi. 6 years ago, which is still like, can you imagine and believe that we are closer to, I'm looking at the date on the bottom of the computer, that like we're closer to 2030 than we are to 2020.
You're disgusting.
I am.
Shut your dirty mouth.
I will sew this pie hole shut. Yeah, so that's depressing to leave you guys off with that. Should we dive in? So thank you for coming back to another episode of Your Checkup. Hopefully you were able to learn something for yourself, a loved one, or
a neighbor.
You can find us on Instagram, Threads. You can also send us a voice fan mail. We're still waiting on one. Patiently waiting, and hoping one comes through soon. But most importantly, stay healthy, my friends. Until next time, I'm Ed Dulesky.
I'm Nicole Rufo.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye.
This information may provide a brief overview of diagnosis, treatment, and medications. It's not exhaustive and is a tool to help you understand potential options about your health. It doesn't cover all details about conditions, treatments, or medications for a specific person. This is not medical advice or an attempt to substitute medical advice. You should contact a healthcare provider for personalized guidance based on your unique circumstances. We explicitly disclaim any liability relating to the information given or its use. This content doesn't endorse any treatments or medications for a specific patient. Always talk to your healthcare provider for a complete information tailored to you. In short, I'm not your doctor.
I am not your nurse.
And make sure you go get your own checkup with your own personal doctor.